Alright, guys, so I did a live feed earlier today, me and my trainee. My trainee truck was broke down, and I decided to do a live feed. Now, y'all may have recognized the guy. If y'all don't remember, I did a 4 hour live feed video right here, and on the fourth hour, a guy from YouTube that was watching on YouTube had pulled up to the truck, came in, said right here, and on that fourth hour, we was talking, right? Yeah, that was my trainee. Yeah. He was working for an owner operator at the last company, and he was only working for less than a week, and his truck kept breaking down, breakdown after breakdown. Dude could never get a load because the truck was breaking down so bad. So he had asked me. He said, "Hey man, let me come to your company." I was telling him. I said, "Well, we don't got any trucks available. You got to find the owner operator here." So he found the owner operator, and here it is, the second day on the job. It's just the same thing all over again. It's broke down. So, and y'all gonna find this a lot working with owner operators. Even what's her name? Saray Williams. If y'all wondering, she had came to the oil field, and she's no longer in the oil field because same thing. She was working with an owner operator, and the guy's truck kept catching fire. His trucks, one truck burned down, and then the other ones just kept catching the fire with her in it. Made her quit the oil field altogether and go all the way back to Florida. I believe she went back to Florida. I'm not too sure where she went. But this is a common problem with owner operators out here in the oil field. I don't know where it is. I don't know if these guys are broke. I don't know if these guys, once they start making money, they go and match their expenses with their income. I don't know what it is. You know, uh, the guy he's working with, the guy didn't have any money to get it fixed. He was flat out broke. He had three trucks. They was all empty. He was flat out broke. He at least he told him. He was like, hey, you know, first of all, he tried to call mechanics, but the guy didn't know any mechanics in the area. Plus, the ones he had called, I guess I don't know if he was looking on Google Maps or what. They was all closed Monday. So luckily, another person that follows me on YouTube that works at this same company here on the operator. The guy called up his mechanic and he was like, "Hey, this guy broke down at the rest area. His truck won't start. He think it's the battery, and his own operator he ain't got no money. And but the mechanic live in the area though. So the mechanic said, "Well, when I get off, I'll swing by the truck and I just look at it." Well, that's what he did. Me and my trainee didn't want to wait in the truck because, he was like, the owner operator guy was telling him it might be the Monday before they can even get somebody out to the truck. So I told him, man, just ride with me. Just ride with me. Don't sit in the truck. It won't start. It's 120 degrees out here. It's hot as fuck. Just go and ride with me. We're gonna get some training in and come back later tonight. So jumped in the truck with me. Sure enough, the mechanic came by at 6 o'clock when they said they were gonna get off, which was a couple hours later. He had left the door open for him, and the mechanic luckily works on Peterbilts all the time, especially the model Peterbilts, and some kind of way he knew exactly what the problem was. Pretty much in the dashboard, you have the relay switches, and the relay switch he had to fix was called the voltage. I think it was the voltage relay switch. Some type of voltage relay switch had to be switched out. He said it was a common problem with those particular Peterbilts. And once he switched the fuse out, it will start back up. Now, of course, all of y'all got it wrong in the live feed. Y'all had us underneath the tractor, just beating the shit out of it with a hammer. I don't know what y'all was doing. I don't know. But um, like I said in the video, man, um, if it was my truck, I'd simply pick up the phone with the credit card, call the mechanic out. As soon as somebody would have told me there was something wrong with the truck. Even the suit and tie guys do the same thing, man. It's like the suit and tie guys can run a business 10 times better than an owner operator can, simply because it's like they just use their brain, man. They just use their brain. Why would you just hired the guy, and on the second day he underneath the truck beating the starter with a hammer, and you on the phone. I find it ridiculous, man. I went through it for what 4 months with another owner operator at the last job. Look how many times I was broke down. You know, look how many times I was broke down, man. You know, turbo went out. You know what? The real reason the turbo went out. This is what happened. The turbo was going out. Took the truck to the mechanic. Okay, popped the hood. I said, "Hey, look, turbo's making noise. It's about to go out." He didn't want to fix it. He didn't want to fix it. He said, because I was going home the next day. But I told him, I said, "Hey, turbo's finna go out." He said, take a load anyway. Took the load to the wheel. Started the blower. Turbo went out right there. What ended up happening? He was like, take it back to the yard there, get it fixed. But the truck was smoking so bad, DOT pulled me over, you know. And what did it end up costing him? He had to get a big ass tow truck. I don't know what that was, about $2,000 to $3,000. Then he had to replace the turbo. And then upon replacing the turbo, the mechanics had set the truck on fire. So he ended up having to replace the turbo and everything that caught on fire, from the exhaust pipe to the what is that shit? The DEF system, all that shit he had to replace. Okay, how much was the turbo if he would have fixed it right then and now? He got a rebuilt turbo. It was $1,800. He could have replaced it for $1,800. He didn't want to do that. So what was the bill? Well, 3,000. Let's say $3,000 tow bill. Then a $1,800 rebuilt turbo. Then replacing the $10,000 DEF system plus a new exhaust pipes. And he didn't learn his lesson then. He didn't learn his lesson then. Um, and on top of that, of course, we know a tow truck driver had told the guy that the what's that pipe underneath the catwalk? It was broke from not being greased at all. So he didn't fix that. So whatever. Then I had another breakdown with the transmission air valve, and the mechanic it came out, couldn't get it fixed, couldn't get it fixed, but he was able to drive it back to the yard. You think they got it fixed? No, they didn't get it fixed at all. They didn't fix it. They didn't fix the air leaks. Then on top of that, the mechanic had told him, "Hey, it's noise coming from the engine. Could be a rod." Told him to get it fixed. He didn't get it fixed. He didn't get it fixed whatsoever. And 2, 3 weeks later, the rod blew. He ain't got no driver and no truck. You know, don't know what to tell him. But he making the money to do it. $10,000 a week. These guys are just absolutely broke, man. They don't have no credit. You know, I don't know if their credit cards are maxed out. They got student loans. I don't know what they're going through. I just don't get it. I don't get it, man. Relay switch, man. Call the mechanic out. What's the bill to call a mechanic out to fix the relay switch? What, $100, $120 maybe? Just couldn't do it at all. Couldn't. No credit card. Couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. It's ridiculous. I told the guy I would have quit. I would have quit. That would have been my first and last day. I think it's best for owner operators to go take some classes on business. Just go take classes on business. You know, I done seen a lot of owner operators. When the truck break down, they got the drivers underneath the hood trying to fit some shit. They not mechanics whatsoever. That's the whole reason I did the live feed. I'm like, man, look, I don't know what the problem is. But maybe somebody on this live feed can help you out. Because a lot of these guys, they own operators, they shit break. They don't have the money to fix it, so they got to fix it themselves. So that's the whole reason for the live feed, And a lot of y'all, like I said, man, y'all started to go out, y'all underneath the hood beating that shit with a hammer, hoping it'll start. Me, I just call a mechanic out because the truck making $10,000 a week. I just don't understand. The load he had, the trailer was loaded. Okay, the load was paying $1,200 to go 100 miles. Okay, the mechanic bill $100, man, $100 to $200. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Couldn't do it, man. He just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Just It's already hard enough for him to get a driver. When he finally get one, he fuck it up the second day. The driver quit, man. He already got 3 empty trucks. This driver quit. He fucked. But he don't. I guess y'all don't see it that way. I don't know. I don't know. Tell him. I stopped fucking with the owner operators, man. These suit and tie guys. If I called a suit and tie guy and told him my truck wouldn't start, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, all right, hold on, we're gonna get somebody out to you. That's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna get somebody out to me, and the truck gonna be rolling. They're gonna continue making 10 rats a week. Owner operator, well, take a hammer and get underneath the engine and figure out what wires are coming from the battery and going to the start. And when you find that shit, hit it with a hammer, and then you gotta have somebody to turn the key and hit it with the hammer at the same time. And if that don't work, then go get a chain and ask the driver he can pull start you. And when that don't work, call me back and we'll come up with a plan D. Dumbass. I'm just venting. I'm venting because it's early in the morning. I'm ready to go, but my goddamn e-log clock got to wait on that crap. So that's what I'm doing. I got a load, I just can't move yet. And we still at the rest area. He's sitting in his truck. Luckily, it started. Like I said, he had to get the relay switch fixed. He's still loaded, but he's gonna wait on me to go down here and get loaded, and then we're gonna ride out back to the wheel. So I'm just waiting on my e-log. He sleep though. I already been sitting here about 6 hours. I got about probably another hour to go. So I just don't get it, man. Truck making $10,000 a week. To me, it just seems so easy, man. To pick up the phone and pay, hell, TA or Loves, Pilot, any of them mobile repair mechanics to come out here. For $10,000 a week, you would think it would be so simple, but it's not. A lot of them don't got no credit. It's a cash business. A lot of them just using nothing but cash, and that shit don't work, man. When you got drivers, you can't pay with cash over the phone. It just don't work. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. So what made me go to Suit and Tie guys, man? This truck, when this truck broke down, yeah, this truck was broke down and derated. Engine light and everything came back on, right? First thing I can do, I call up the Suit and Tie guys, tell them what the problem is. They told me go to Love's. Go to Love's, go to the shop. This is our account number. this is our account number. They should take care of you, right? Went to the Love's, gave them the account number. Love's was like, they could sell me the part, but they couldn't put it on. So I called the Suit and Tie guys up, told them, hey, Love said they couldn't put the part on. No problem. Bring it to the shop, and then we'll get it fixed. Brought it to the shop. The shit was fixed within the first 30 minutes of me being at the yard. Truck ain't had no issues ever since. But if I was working with an owner operator, hey man, you got your check engine lights on, the truck derating. Oh man, did you put DEF in it? Yeah, it's got a half a tank. A half a tank. Nah, man, take it back to the Loves and fill it up. That's probably what it is. Fill up the DEF. Hey man, check engine light still on. Really? Well, look at the DEF and make sure it's not crystals forming around the DEF tank. Yeah, you probably gotta wipe that off because sometimes they get up in there and it could mess up the sensors. It can mess up the sensors. Hey man, I cleaned it out and the truck is still derating. Really? Maybe it need a force regen. We're gonna take it to we're gonna take it down here to my guy. It's always my guy. It's never the mechanic. It's always my guy. We're gonna take it to my guy, and he gonna look at it. He gonna take a look at it. My guy, it's ridiculous, guys. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Y'all know my plan. If I get a truck and trailer, I'm just gonna toss the driver the keys. When he call, I'm gonna have motherfuckers just truck broke down. I'm calling the mechanic. I'm calling the mechanic. It's only one other guy on YouTube that I talked to. They had this same idea as working just like the Suit and Tie guys, okay? And it was Jay Canal, okay? A couple of months ago, I talked to him on the phone about the same issue. Prior before I started working with an operator, all that, I was like, hey man, if you was to get a truck and trailer out here, what would you do about going with what happened if the driver broke down? He was like, you pay the driver breakdown pay, and you get him a hotel until you fix the truck. Unless it was something that the driver did to where the driver broke the truck, then you make him pay for it out of his check. But other than that, it just made so much sense, man. You know, because the way I see it is, if the owner operator that watched me on YouTube didn't bring his mechanic out, dude would be sitting in that truck the Monday. No food, no water. He ain't got no check. You know, why he ain't got no check? He was just at another company doing the same thing. He couldn't make no money there. And here, he ain't gonna get his first check here. They hold a 1 week's check back. Okay, I thought that they pay you on Friday. They hold 1 week's check. So, but look how long that man got to go. Then on top of that, he came from Chicago, Illinois. So flights and plane tickets and no money. Probably got bills past due. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Um, guess I'm finna get ready to go. Me, I'm sticking with the suit and tie guys, man. The suit and tie guys, they take care of this shit. They know all about an A and a B service. Okay, they call me every day asking what my mileage is. 40,000 miles, bring it to the shop so we can get the oil changed and change out the fluid. That's what the suit and tie guys is on. You know, I ain't never heard no owner operator that I work for tell me anything about, hey man, how many miles on the truck? Sounds like it's about time for oil change. When you going home, we're going to change the oil. No, not at all. Not at all. Me? I had to add oil to the engine. I had to go to the TA or the pilot, buy some $40 oil, 2 gallons, and add oil to it. That's how I was putting oil in the truck. You know, there was no such thing as an oil change to these owner operators, man. Now I know it's not all owner operators that act like that, but it's majority.